Welcome back to another episode of the Feel Free Podcast, the only podcast that'll tell you to chase your dreams and call you out on your fucking bullshit. Myself included. It's been a while since we posted an episode. I think it's been about 2 months. We'll be talking a little bit about that today. Not really any structure today. I'll be honest. I didn't plan shit. Be honest. Joey hit me up saying that he wanted to be on the podcast, and I haven't felt too creative lately. I've been working a little bit on writing, playing video games, watching too much anime, and other unhealthy habits. But so
you already know it's good.
Yeah, you already know it's good. So we're back here. We're gonna be doing this again. Like I said, I don't really have much of a plan today. I didn't write shit down. I got a notepad with nothing written on it. But
no, we're just going for it.
Yeah, we're just gonna shoot the shit pretty much.
Yeah, no, that was kind of. It's kind of the thought process behind doing this. I just not much structure. I just kind of wanted to talk about it.
There were a couple things that I wanted to ask you specifically. I know you wanted to talk a little bit maybe about the transition to a new job, maybe how that's stressful and stuff like that. Yeah. That's pretty much the main one I kind of felt like you wanted to come and talk about, because that affects all the other aspects of life, really, when you make a big change like that. Yeah. The other thing I wanted to ask about was how long you were off your prescription for Adderall, because you are prescribed that. Yeah. And you stopped taking it for a couple of years, right?
I think it was 6 years.
6 years off of it, right?
It was at least 5, if not 6 years. Yeah, it was a really long time.
Right.
Really, really long time.
Right. So I was wondering, obviously with the transition to the new job, and then you started taking it again. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that. Yeah. Maybe kind of just give updates on our health and wellness, stuff like that, specifically not working out. I'm not, I wasn't doing shit.
No, it's been a bad couple months for me on that.
I'd say that too. Yeah, for me.
Yeah. Yeah. The last 2 months in that aspect of the working out and being active, these last 2 months have been my least active 2 months probably in the last
3 years. Maybe?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think 3 years.
Ever since you started doing the keto and losing all the weight. So this is probably the least active you've been since changing your life a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah. And it's it kind of happens just a couple of life changes. It just started with, I took those vacations to the lake house, and kind of gets you out of the routine of I had my routine down to a science. Every minute of my day was planned, and then going up to the Yoop for those 3 days, it kind of takes you out of it. And
for Labor Day?
Labor Day, and I took the solo trip, I think a week or two before that, and so it kind of started with my solo one when I went for 3 days, and coming back, I lost the motivation to get up and go to the gym. That was just, and it was very bizarre. In the 3 years that I've been going, I've never really, I always looked forward to going to the gym in the morning. That was what got me through, a good chunk of my day. That set up my day real well. And mentally, it was very, 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 very therapeutic for me. And it's just weird.
It's weird being out of it.
Yeah. And it just kind of just happened out of nowhere, really. I've gone on trips, in these 3 years, but then when I came back, it was just right back into it. And I don't know what was different about this time. It just
burnout is one reason I could say. It's we know these things are good for us, working out. And sometimes sitting on the couch is also very addictive. Yeah. That's the thing. It's just sometimes when I've reached this too, starting last year when I lost Bubba, and I started smoking the cigars and playing more video games than I should have. I stopped working out and stuff, up until that point, my sobriety and my routine and stuff like that was down pat. Right. And I was almost reaching a plateau of my productivity and creativity. And that's when life kind of makes you take a step back and be do you have to change your methods or your perspective on things, right? And it's a humbling experience, you know. And in the last year, after probably smoking cigars for 6 months and then not smoking cigars for 6 months, you know, it's like night and day. The 6 months that I'm not, you know, there's better habits involved with that. When I'm smoking, I'm on the couch, I'm playing video games, I'm watching TV. I'm not caring too much about my diet. You know, it's just like it's a snowball effect.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it is hard to get back in that routine, like you said, because normally, like you said, on vacations, you're like, I came back and I got right back to it, you know? And it's, as you get older, I've noticed it's tougher to do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So like I just turned 30 over the summer and I've had issues with quitting the cigars and getting back in the gym and stuff because, you know, you already live a sedentary life working, you know, and then you get home and you're like, well, I'm fucking tired, you know?
Yeah. And kind of going back to, it was like the stress of a new job. Like it was a very big transition from the very beginning. They kind of just threw you into the wolves with my job. And so just come home and when normally I'd come home and, you know, cook dinner and, you know, like clean, like take care of the house, you know, things like that. I'd really kind of come home and knock all that stuff out. I'd come home and I'm done. I'm dead. Like I just sit on the couch for 3 hours until I go to bed.
Right.
And it's just bad. Yeah, it's tough.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Well, it's, you know, it's, in a sense, it's relaxing.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to look, you know, I've learned not to look back at the last year of like what I've done in a completely negative manner because I reached that point because of my burnout. Right. You know? Right. And I've enjoyed my time relaxing. I'm not going to say I haven't enjoyed my time playing video games and smoking cigars because like, it's a good time. You know? It's just as I've gotten addicted to positive habits in my life to the point of burning out, you know, I get addicted to the not so good habits. Right. And yeah, it's kind of why we're here with this episode. I mean, I know you've got some shit you're dealing with, and I got some shit that I'm dealing with too. Yeah.
It's just get it out there. And,
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was talking to people at Eric's birthday last night about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like Reba and Tina, and I was talking a little bit to Eric too.
Oh,
you know, taking a step back and like trying to reevaluate what I got to do. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for you. Now, everything changed, you said, after these trips for Labor Day, right? So that's kind of like 5-6 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, about 6 weeks, yeah.
Right. When did you start the new job?
I started the new job coming up on 3 months. I think it's been like 2.5 months.
2.5 months?
Yeah.
So you started in August?
I think it was actually it might have been like middle of July. I think.
Yeah, it was sooner than that. Yeah, for sure.
So I think it's been 3. I think it has been 3 months.
3 or 4, honestly.
Yeah, I think because I had a month of licensing, so yeah. So I think including licensing, it's been 4 months, but it's been 3 months it's been 3 months I've been like on the job, like actually like doing the role. Right. Yeah.
So for context for people that don't know. You used to work at the same job as me doing the bookkeeping.
Yeah.
But you throughout the years you've worked your way up to get a full-time position at JP Morgan Chase.
That's correct. Yeah.
Up until this point, you've mostly worked at small-time family businesses, right? Including myself. I mean, I've worked at a couple places that aren't family businesses, you know.
Yeah.
But this is the first time that you're working a corporate job, I should say, like the definition of corporate.
Right. No, this is about as corporate gets. Right. Yeah. So
how's that transition been?
It was definitely been an adjustment because like working for, you know, the family jobs of, you know, with you with bookkeeping and then, you know, working for at a tuxedo. It's just. Yeah, it's night and day, that atmosphere and expectations and like how you have to carry yourself, and it's just they're not even comparable.
No, they're not.
No,
it's way more relaxed at the family business.
Oh, that is for sure. Yeah.
That's for sure.
That was the beauty of it. Yeah, you get to kind of act how you want to act, and and obviously you go into a corporate setting, and that's that's out of the window. No, you have to be, no, you have to put on the facade so everybody, like, yeah, you can't say what you want to say.
Nah, you got to be a little strict with yourself.
Yeah. And I've kind of started loosening up a little bit, I think, as I'm kind of getting used to my coworkers a little bit more. I kind of know where I can kind of ease up a little bit and things like that. So it's in that respect, it's getting easier. But
that's good.
So it's getting better. But it was just those first couple of months we were very short staffed, and there wasn't much like training time. They were just like, oh, you're ready? Okay, go do it.
Right.
And you're just like, okay, great. Awesome. Like, yeah, no, it's not like I needed some time to like get up to speed or anything. No, right. I don't need that.
No, they just threw you in it.
Yeah, but it's but it was, in a way it was very in a way that's like in the long run it's going to be a good thing, because like what I learned in that short amount of time is like it would have taken me like at least twice as long if they had like kind of held my hand and said, like, kind of treated me with kid gloves. Like, it's just, in a way, it is better that they just kind of just said, go do it and figure it out. Like, right. you're gonna mess up, and that's fine. You just learn from it.
Right. So, I mean, by throwing you into it too, they're almost like, yeah, if he hates it, he's out.
Yeah.
And you're almost telling yourself, like, yeah, if I hate it so fucking much, like, I'm out.
Right.
But that wasn't the case.
No. I'm starting to kind of get used to it more. I'm starting to get more comfortable. There's the expectations are pretty high, but that's also kind of comes with a corporate setting job where they hold you to like a really high standard.
Right.
Which is good, because you want to, know what you're capable of, and you should have high goals for yourself and what you want to accomplish. So like, you set the goals too low, and what do you really accomplish?
Right. So, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
With the change into the corporate setting, obviously you said there was a big transition into how you carry yourself. Obviously the less relaxed environment from a family business. Now there's like also the change in schedule too. So as you're working this corporate setting, you're up earlier. I mean, you might have been up at the same time when you were working for AYS, but it was a little more relaxed. You're like, oh, I can go hit the gym, kind of derp around a little bit and then come into work. It's mostly as long as the work gets done.
Yeah.
There wasn't like a set time frame for that, know. So how has moving to the new job, what changes have you had to make to your wellness routines in order to keep those going strong?
Accountability is really a big one. Yeah, because like you said, working for AYS, so I was always like waking up early. Like, I still wake up at the same time. It's always like around 6 a.m. But when I was working AYS, I'd get up, I'd make coffee, I'd kind of sit on my phone for a while, and I probably wouldn't leave until like 8:30. So if like you said, it just for those first 2 hours in the morning, you kind of just derp
around.
Yeah. But now being over there, like, you have to be there 8. You have to be there sometimes 8 or 8:30 in the morning, and so you get up at 6. Even if you do have to hit the gym, you're out the door by 6:45. So you have like, you get like 30-45 minutes to kind of get yourself ready and get yourself going. So there was more. I had to just be more strict with my regimen, and not like, there's no derping around in the morning anymore.
No.
So that was also a transition. I loved derping around for that hour or two. Like, it was just very, because I knew like once I left, of course, it was just now it's like, now you got to get your stuff done. Like, you're just go. So so that was a transition too.
Right. But what do you do after work that's any different? Probably just the same shit, that you were doing when you were here, right?
Yeah, pretty much the same stuff. Yeah, it's come home, make dinner, do what I need to around the house. Yeah, it's just very like adulting stuff, very basic stuff.
For sure.
So,
now, you said you kind of reached a little bit of a snag in the last couple months of, not being too active ever since the vacation and stuff. I guess I should also kind of segue into Why did you start taking your prescription again?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, that's a good question. I've asked myself that.
Do you think it's impeding your want to work out? Does it have anything to do with the working out thing?
It's hard to say. I think in a way, yes.
Okay.
Like I think it does. I think it does impede it a little bit. Yeah, but I think the whole reason I started taking it again was honestly inadequacy, because I'm just like, I kind of told myself like, if I don't have it, I'm not going to be able to get up to speed, and it's just
at the corporate setting.
Yeah,
right.
It's like I needed that extra
focus.
quote unquote focus and like boost to get what I need to get done.
Right.
Because I thought without it, I wouldn't be able to do it. Which is obviously it's amazing what you'll tell yourself.
Right.
In order to get yourself back to doing like taking what you used to take.
Right.
You just lie to yourself.
But it has helped you though, right?
It has helped. Yeah.
For sure.
It definitely does help. But knowing, my history with it, it's something I have to monitor very, very closely.
Right.
So, because I like the thought of when I started like my licensing with it and said like, oh yeah, I need this because it'll help. And I need, like, I was just a lot of it was just stress. I kind of convinced myself that I wasn't going to pass my exams without it.
Right.
And so it definitely helped. And then I told myself, okay, once I pass my licenses, I'm done. I'm not taking it anymore. I passed my licenses. Then you start telling yourself, oh, well, it's going to be a hard 6 months. You need it for the first 6 months to get yourself up and running. Yeah. And it's always something.
Right.
It's always something you tell yourself to keep taking it.
Now, do you see yourself weaning off of it or not taking it once you feel comfortable and up to speed?
I want to tell, in my head, yes.
Okay.
I want to, but also that being said, I know how I am, mm-hmm. and like I can tell myself I'll wean myself off. I can tell myself anything, but
it's all the doing it.
Yeah. Talk is cheap.
Talk is cheap. And I'd say even like internal talk to yourself is pretty cheap sometimes too.
100%. 100%. No, that's the internal voice is the one that gets me in trouble. It's always the voices from around me. The people in my life are the ones that I need the most, because like what I tell myself is not always very helpful. So.
Right. I think we put too much weight on the words that we tell ourselves, but also we put too much weight on the words that other people tell us too.
Yeah, it's true.
So it's being able to like control that conversation mm-hmm. that you have with yourself and the ones with other people, and not taking it too personally.
Yeah, it's the whole grain of salt thing.
Right.
Yeah, take everything with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
From the what you tell yourself and what other people tell you.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, I've reasoned with myself the last 12 months with the smoking thing and the not staying consistent with the writing and the podcasting, because it's like I'm having that internal conversation with myself. I'm like, oh, I'm going to wean off the cigars. I'll only have like 1 or 2 today. And I end up having 4 or 5 anyway. Yeah. Because it's weird, because I'll almost like go on autopilot to like fill those impulses, mm-hmm. And that's just the mind of an addict though.
Oh, for sure.
Like I'll already be sitting in my car driving to the gas station to get something. And in my head, I'm already like convincing myself like, I'll get around to quitting. Yeah. And I'm like, I've been here a million fucking times, dude, honestly.
And it's amazing that you can go like 5-6 years without something, and that voice is there.
Oh, it's there for sure. It doesn't go away.
It does not go away.
No.
Yeah. You
just kind of learn when you're not doing it, you learn how to, and I wouldn't even say drown it out. Yeah. But you learn how to maneuver it and just kind of like go about your life without it. Right. Like I could honestly keep telling myself to go buy the fucking cigars. I haven't smoked them in 13, 14 days. Yeah. And like that shit will like come into my head, and sometimes I'll feel like caving, but then it's like, I have other things to do now.
Right. You know? Yeah. No, and I know it's kind of the one thing we kind of both had in common was the cigar. Yeah. Cause I also started picking up cigars and I'd kind of catch myself on the same thing. So like my new schedule, like I have Wednesdays off. And so like Wednesdays, I still, still help out and things like that. But I kind of catch myself being like, you know, oh, I got the day off, you know, I can go to Benny's and get a cigar, you know, it's like I've earned it. It's my day off, you know, I'm working hard, this and that. And then, you know, you get to Sundays and you tell yourself the same thing. And before you know it, it's just every day off you have,
every little instance, you're like, I could totally enjoy that right now.
For sure. Like, that sounds good right now. And you convince yourself you deserve it and that you've earned it. And it's just, any little thing you can tell yourself to get yourself to cave. And that's just, like you said, not like maneuvering that thought process and channeling it differently.
Right.
Yeah.
For those that don't know out here, the context, Joey and I have made a bet that we can't go 6 months without nicotine or cigars. So we bet each other $50.
Actually, no, 100.
No, we actually upped it to $100 last night. Yeah, so we have 6 months. So around the first week of April, we'll see who's still standing. And if we both make it, then, you know, we don't owe each other money, obviously. So nobody wins. We just win by, you know, taking care of ourselves.
Nah, then we both win by saying we went the 6 months.
Right.
We get a good handshake out of it or something. Sure. Yeah.
Well, the other thing is I have the second bet. I got the second bet going on with Lisa now. So the joke is you got to make a bet with Alam Nikki to make it important, you know? So, like...
the Joe philosophy?
The Joe philosophy. Like, everyone knows, like, I've had my brother on the podcast a few times, and, like, his whole running thing all started with a really simple bet, or, like, him getting sober and totally changing his life happened with, like, a $50 bet that he couldn't run a 5-minute mile during COVID.
Oh,
and
my
he
God.
Totally changed his whole fucking life.
Yeah.
And then I bet him that he couldn't move out of the house by his birthday the following year. I bet him $50 of steak or some shit. And then he literally,
like that,
to like spite me or whatever, moves out like 6 days before his birthday. He goes, yo, you got that money? And I'm like, this fucking guy, dude, you know.
Only Joe would go to those links for a $50 bet. That's hilarious.
So I actually have a pretty big bet with Lisa. Lisa bet me that I can't go. I asked her to make this bet, though. That's the thing. I asked her to make the bet with me that I can't go a year without nicotine. But I bet her $500.
That's a big one.
That's a big one, you know? Because I made like a smaller bet with her for like $50 or $100. And then I think like something happened. I was having a bad week, or it was like the camping incident with the bed bugs and like the cat passing away, and like I was just like, I just couldn't handle it. I told her too in a text, like, I'm gonna have some nicotine pouches or whatever, and she knew I was like down in the dumps about it, and she goes, oh, you don't have to pay me, and I'm like, that's not how this works. Like, I'm gonna pay you. It's like the integrity of it, you know.
Right.
But after smoking the cigars again for a couple of weeks and getting sick of myself, I'm like, all right, like, I gotta up this to $500 because there's no fucking way I'm paying $500 to her, you know.
Yeah.
So
no, you do what you got to do. Any external motivation you got to give yourself. You got to like take
it right. Yeah, and then after like, of course, the first couple days sucks. It's like, God, I don't even want to do this. I want to just like keep smoking and being a fucking bump on the log, you know. And then like after a week or two of getting back to like myself, I'm like, all right, this is good. We're chilling a little bit now, you know. Like internally, like my well-being and my wellness is coming back to me.
Yeah,
you
for
know?
sure. Yeah.
So we got the 6-month bet with you. I got the 1-year bet with her. And in that time, do you have any plans of these 6 months to get active and do the wellness thing and shit like that?
Yeah, I definitely. The other thing that's kind of affected me with getting back on the Adderall is my my eating. Like, of course, my eating has been really, really messed up. So like normally even when I wasn't taking it, like I didn't eat very much. Like during the day, like when I'd work, I'd just kind of eat something real light. But like ever since I started kind of getting back on Adderall again, like I don't eat anything until till I get home from work, like 6-7 o'clock at night, and it's just bad, dude. Like that's just so unhealthy, dude.
Man,
and I know
it's fucked up.
It is, man. It is, and so I gotta I know, and so that's definitely something that that's a big reason why I gotta eventually wean myself off of it, because long term, that's just you can't go until 7 o'clock every day
without eating. I mean, there's like certain times that you can do fasting and stuff like that. Like I fast and shit, but to always be fasting like that all the time, it's like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, and especially when you're like, I feel like if you're kind of doing like if you're pretty much through sheer willpower, like doing fasting, like you're not relying on a substance to do the fasting, then I think like in short term, that's fine. But because obviously through my keto, like I was fasting like every single day, like pretty much every single day. It was like 18 hours. But I wasn't relying on a substance to do it.
Right.
And
you're just doing it.
Yeah, I'm just doing it. And so, I don't like the fact that I need that. I'm like, I tell myself like, oh, and it also, it's like, it also is helping me lose weight. And it's like, that's not the correct way to do it. Yeah. So it's just another.
I could have said the same thing when I started doing Adderall when I lost 50 pounds, I was like, I'm losing weight. Look at these washboard abs. And people are like, bro, you look like a fucking skeleton.
Right, dude.
Looking ass.
Oh my God. I know. It's amazing what you tell yourself.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I know. That's not, So that's another, that's another big part of it too, that I don't like about it.
The eating.
Yeah. It really messes up the eating.
I can see it messing up just like your overall energy outside of the times like that you need it. So like work, it's great. Like you said, you're focused, crap like that. It's just like all the other things outside of work now. It's like, okay, I don't feel too driven to get back in my working out. My eating's all fucked up. And maybe I'm exhausted from taking it now at the end of the day. There's just a whole bunch of things that can go wrong with it.
Right. Yeah, no, it's true. You feel pretty steady like throughout the day, but then by the time you get home, it starts to wear off, and you just crash really, really bad. And then when I do start eating, then I just don't like, even when I do start eating, like you've gone so long, I get like a little sick when I start eating like again.
Right.
Yeah. So it's just, it's just not good. Yeah. It's just not good. Like in that part of it, it's just not good. Yeah.
I feel that.
It's just, it's very helpful for work, but and like almost all other areas of my life, it's kind of had a negative effect. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at least you see that, you're self-aware of it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I gotta just get to where I'm just like, I'm comfortable enough in my job to where I don't need it.
Right.
But so.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So then the nicotine aspect of it. Yeah. Cause Adderall and nicotine is just,
don't even get me started, man. It's fucked, bro.
It is fucked.
It's fucked. It's like, how can I go faster? And then I throw like some coffee in there.
Oh,
so
that's the.
it was energy drinks for me back then.
Yeah.
So it was like energy drinks, Adderall, and nicotine, and just like fucking bopping around, jazzed out for no fucking reason in my free time. It's like, John, what are you doing? I'm like, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's like you're not even like in college anymore where you gotta cram or anything. It's like, no, you're just going about your day.
I'm not even working in either. It's like after work. I'm just fucking jacked for no fucking reason.
Good, trying to sleep. Good fucking luck.
Yeah, no, I wasn't.
Yeah,
I was too busy staying up, chain smoking cigarettes.
4 o'clock in the morning, chain smoking cigarettes. Yeah. And then when you do fall asleep, you wake up every couple hours, tossing and turning.
I hate that shit.
Terrible, dude. Yeah.
I've actually been tossing and turning the last couple nights because of this tattoo.
Well, that's
fucking brutal, man.
Yeah, I remember doing my chest, and every time I would I'd wake up and I'd be like on my side, and my chest was like, kind of compressed because I'm on my side, and I'd wake up and go,
just like fucked.
And then like I'd have to turn back over, and I just remember waking up several times, and I turned over in my sleep, and
I'm just like rolling around trying to get comfortable, and I sleep on my stomach, so I normally have like my arms under my pillow. But like every time I put my arm under my pillow, I'm like, fuck, and then I'm like trying to hold it on the side like this, and I'm like, fuck, and I'm just like rolling around like a fucking burrito, I just can't get a good solid couple hours,
No, you're done.
Yeah, it's the first week or it's usually the first week after getting a tattoo like that where it's like it's brutal.
Yeah.
After that, I'll probably be good.
Yeah. Is it peeling yet? No, it's probably a few days away from peeling.
Yeah, it's no, it's not peeling yet.
Yeah.
It's tight. You know, it's like it's just stiff.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, there's no movement in the skin. Yeah, it's just scabbing.
And I don't use lotion.
Oh, you go dry heal?
I dry heal it until I can't take it anymore, until like itches and shit like that. But I don't just like start fucking slapping lotion on it for 2 weeks straight, you know.
I used to do that for the first couple ones, and it doesn't breathe, like it just doesn't let it breathe.
Yeah, it doesn't let it heal.
Yeah,
is the thing, you know.
I kind of started doing the same thing. I waited until I think I waited until it started peeling, and then it got like super itchy, and I'm like, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah. I'm not just gonna sit here slapping my arm, making the itches go away.
Oh my god, I remember what I used to do is I used to like tap it with my fingers, and it was like just enough sensation for it to go away, but then it would like come back 30 seconds later, and I just sit there like a maniac just tapping my arm. Please go away. Please go away.
See the look on our parents' faces when they saw my arm? They go, why? Why do you why?
You remember my mom? What's the motivation behind it?
What's the meaning? It's fucking sick.
Yeah, because it's awesome. Yeah.
I mean, I stopped going into like details. Like people used to ask me like the meanings and shit behind my tattoos, and sometimes I give watered down meanings to people that it's just like, I know you don't like totally care.
Yeah.
I know you're just like asking, you know, like when like close friends ask me about it, I'll go into detail about it.
Right.
You know, or someone who's genuinely like interested and you can tell, then it's like, okay, I'll tell you. But like I get the tattoos for me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
that's
it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I think I used to kind of try to justify it.
Like with the meaning.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's okay because it's got meaning.
Yeah, because it's got this significant meaning to me, and it was a special period in my life, and it's like, triggered this like paradigm shift or whatever. And,
right.
Yeah. And so, but now it's like you said, it's just to the point where I don't care anymore. Like I get something and they go, what's the meaning? I'm like, I liked it. Like I just leave it. I'm just like I'm not justifying it.
Like I used to think growing up too, and I'm like, oh, I'm not just gonna get a tattoo because it looks good, you know? Because some people get like tribal tattoos and shit, and like, you know, it was just like super judgmental of me. Like I don't care.
Right.
You know, if you think it's cool and you like it, that's one thing, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit over here and get like a banana on a surfboard smoking a joint though, you know? Like I'm not just going to get something ridiculous like that, you know? Some people do, you know, and that's their shit.
Right.
You know?
No, you do what you got to do.
Right,
and
exactly.
If you enjoy it, then that's all that matters. Because you get them for yourself. What other people think doesn't matter.
Doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's like it, don't like it.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
So, that was kind of, so I've kind of gotten to that point.
Yeah. Yeah. I got the next one in March, so I'm looking forward to it. It's like a nice like reset for me too, because it's, I'm trying to like find more things to like look forward to, like excitement, you know, because life gets a little mundane, you know,
for sure.
And I think with how mundane life can get when you're working a job to pay the bills and stuff like that, it gets really easy to get down on yourself and be like, well, I'm already exhausted from these mundane things, so I'm going to go home and do more mundane things, and I'm going to live this mundane life, you know, and then here's a vacation here, there, here's an event I'm going to, blah, 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 you know?
Yeah.
But that's not how I should like go around. That's not how I should go around living.
Right.
You know, so you got to find the things that, you know, you're excited about. So like the tattoo I'm excited about. I'm excited to get back into hooping again.
Yeah.
Now that I'm like taking my knee health seriously again, like when I was doing it in March and April, like when I was dunking consistently, you know, and I got hurt over the summer a couple times, and I'm like, it's all because I stopped doing my regimens for my knees and stuff.
Right.
So it's, you know, trying to find the things to look forward to. Like there's a new video game that came out, and I played the fuck out of it for 2 weeks, you know.
You gotta find something to break up your day,
right? You know, we got the new cat now too.
Yeah, I still gotta come by and see her.
She's dope. Yeah. I was gonna talk about that in another episode about everything that happened with Lou, but I'm probably just gonna do a solo podcast for that. You know, everyone that follows me on social media and people in my life know that we lost Lou. You know. So a little over a week ago, last Wednesday, we went to the Humane Society and we got a new cat. Her name is Moya, which is the Japanese name for mist. Because, I don't know, she kind of looks smoky. She's like white and gray with a little like tint of blue in it, you know.
That's cool.
Yeah. She's a good cat. She's 2 years old.
Oh, she's 2, okay.
She's 2, so that's cool. It's nice looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And come home too. You know, I need an animal in my life.
I was gonna say I also would like an animal, but being in a condo is tough.
Yeah, it is tough.
It's tough.
See, that's why we wouldn't get a dog until we got a house.
That's kind of where I'm at too. Yeah. And I've thought about getting a cat because, like you said, it is nice to have an animal in the house. Like, even though I am more of a dog person, like I do like cats. So. Like,
cats are funny.
Yeah, they are. They're
pretty funny. They're trolly.
They really are though. They really are.
Fucking tweaks.
Oh my god, they're their own creatures.
Right. Yeah.
Nothing else like them.
I know.
Yeah.
The energy that dogs have is awesome. Like, I'm not saying I'm not a dog person. I've loved all the dogs I've had in my life too. I'm definitely more of a cat person.
Yeah.
Just because of it's comical to me, you know, like they're just fucking little bastards sometimes, you know. I respect them for the fact that they're little bastards, you know. I'm like, I enjoy your existence.
Yeah. As I've gotten older, the less maintenance of like a cat is also nice because dogs do require a lot of attention and and so there's just and that part of it is it's good because part of me likes it because you feel closer to the animal that you kind of have to devote more time to, but also like Buddy, my dog, so he's a border collie and a black lab, for anybody who doesn't know. So those dogs, if you know collies, they will run forever. They will run for 2 hours a day if you give them the opportunity. And
they're herding dogs, right?
Yeah. So so that's like in their genes. Like, so he's 9 now and 9 years old, and he will still run for an hour a day. And he's 9 years old.
Yeah, it's fucked.
It's crazy.
It's a lot.
It is. It's a lot. He's finally slowing down, but from puppy till 7, he needed like 2 walks a day, and still was like crazy at night.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
it's a lot of energy.
Yeah, he just had a lot of energy. He's very high anxiety, so you'd like separation. It has separation anxiety, so you'd like leave him and he'd start like crying, and you're just like, dude, you are so much to handle right now. Like, oh my god, like I have things to do and I cannot sit here with you all day. Like, right. I love you, but oh my god, like, so
yeah, it's a different type of relationship you have with a cat and a dog,
for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
We've already talked about when we have a little more time on our hands. I told her, because we were at the Humane Society, and I'm like, we were deciding between a kitten or a cat.
Yeah, I thought you were going to get a kitten.
So we were there. Flora was her name, Moya. So we were walking at the Hinsdale Humane Society, and they got a lot of cats like in their cages, and the other side of it's like glass, right? So you can walk down the hall and like see the cats in like the different cages, right?
Yeah.
And she was very talkative and in our face ever since we started walking past. Like, some of them were like sleeping, others would like look at us, some of them would also be like pretty energetic, but she was like the most energetic out of all of them. And she was like 2, you know. And there was another kitten. It was a black kitten, like this big, and their name was .com. I don't know who the fuck named the cat, you know. .com. It was .com. And so she was the first one that we met, you know, they put us in a room and she warmed up to us pretty quick, apparently, from what the workers said there. And then we went into another room and we hung out with the kitten, who very playful, you know, was not like Lou at all, you know, or like most kittens are actually like the one we were with. Very high energy, don't pet me. You know, I'm just going to run around. I don't trust you yet. That's like what a kitten is, you know, it's very primal, right? But they're fun, you know? And we were trying to decide between the two, and I was telling Lisa, and I'm like, I just don't have it in me right now. I don't have it in me. I'm telling you, because she started her master's program. And when we got Lou, like, I work down the street, so I can go visit him on lunch. I can bring him to the office. Like, when I get home, like, playing with him, you know, it's a lot. It's like cats and dogs are still different with the type of maintenance. And because, like, dogs still require more like maintenance later on. Like, you got to take them out. You got to take them on walks sometime, you know, and, like, they're in your face most of the time. And as cats get a little older, they get more independent, right? But for the initial first year of having a kitten, like, it's a lot of fucking work. Yeah. You know, and I told her, I'm like, it's going to fall on me. You know, you work in the city and you're doing your master's program. Like, it's not fair to the kitten for us to come home and be too exhausted to play with you right now. Right. You know? Yeah, that's true. So we wanted a cat that just wanted to chill, and she's 2, and she had just had kittens, so she was kind of low energy. So, now she's got zoomies now. So after like a week and a half of having her and warming up to us, like, she likes to play, but she also likes to just fucking chill on the couch with us, which is cool. Which is great. So, and that was a very it was tough because I wanted the kitten, you know. Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I think everybody like you see the kitten, you go, oh my god, I want them. They're just fun, you know. And I fuck around with them, you know, and like you know, they're funny. I love them. But we already talked about it, and we're like, when we have more time on our hands, like, I'm gonna get a kitten for sure. Yeah, you know, just for also, so she has someone to play with too. You know, the cats will keep each other company and occupied. Right. Yeah, and I've kind of thought that about when I get a house, like getting like 2 dogs, so they can like entertain each other. Which, a lot more work, a lot more maintenance. I get it, but it's not fair. And then I didn't really think about this when I got Buddy, like, because I didn't really know much about, you know, dog breeds and things like that. Like, I really just picked him because he was a puppy. We got him. He was 2 months old, so he was just a little baby. And but I didn't stop and think like, oh, this type of dog requires a lot of energy. And I was going to school, and then I was working after school, and then I was like hanging out with friends after that. So I was really never home. Right. So I do feel bad because, like, it really kind of fell on my parents to take care of him. Yeah. And I didn't really think about it. I was like, I want a dog. But it's like, you don't realize how much work goes into it. No, you don't. It's like any kid who says that they want a dog and the parents are like apprehensive about getting the dog. It's because they know it's going to fall on them for sure. Yeah, but absolutely. The kid's like, I'll do it. Yeah. I'll do it. And it's like, I'll take care of him. I promise. Yeah. And then they don't. Yeah. And then they don't. You don't do. Yeah. And I'm like, I would like take him for a walk, you know, like here and there. But between school and working at GQ and hanging out with friends, I was actually taking care of the dog. That's why he's so attached to your mom. Oh yeah. Attached. Yeah, he does not leave my mom's side. Right. Like, follows her around the house everywhere. Yeah. And so. Yeah, but it's nice having the animal with us again. It's nice coming home to that, being excited about it. You know, it's the relationship, the bond. Yeah. The 2 months without an animal, and after all that, it was pretty brutal for me, which kind of led to the smoking and the playing video games, which is exactly what happened last year when I lost Bubba. And people were like, damn, you're gonna lose 2 cats in a year apart. And I'm like, yo, I'm fucked up right now, I'll be honest. For sure. And I get like super attached. Like, I'm a very emotional person, as you know. And I know you are as well. More so than most men in this society, actually, to the point where people like made fun of me for it growing up, for sure, of being like too sensitive. Yeah, same. You know, and like, I used to think it was like a curse or whatever. I used to think it was a negative thing, but that's just like how men are, we can go into an entire conversation about how men are raised in this country and how bad it is for our emotional health and shit like that. We could do a whole podcast about that, but
100%. Yeah.
We don't have to at this point.
No. We'll kind of save that for another day.
Right, for sure.
Yeah.
But still being like extremely sentimental, sensitive, and emotional and stuff. I get very attached to things, right? And Lisa does a little better with stuff like this. She was pretty wrecked when we lost him, but man, I got hit way harder for sure. Yeah, I was fucked up. Yeah, I was crying a lot. I'm a grown ass man, just fucking bawling, dude. Yeah,
for sure.
Dude, it's fucked. And he was you're taking care of a special needs cat and shit like that. Yeah. And so the 2 months, it was brutal. You try and drown out those feelings as much as you can. And I was talking to Reba last night, who's one of our friends, and I was just telling her about, everybody asked me how the podcast is going. Yeah. Everybody asked me that.
Which is cool. That's cool.
It's great. Yeah. It's great. But for the 2 months that I wasn't doing anything, I'm like, oh, fuck, please don't ask me that. I was kind of salty about it because I wasn't facing what I was going through, and I'm doing like almost like a wellness podcast, chase your dreams type shit. And I couldn't do any episodes the last 2 months because I felt disingenuine or unauthentic. And I was talking about this with Reba. I'm like, I'm going through some shit right now, but my podcast is about telling people that it's okay that you're going through shit. It's okay that you have like these bad habits or whatever's in your past, like you can get through that. And I'm not doing that. Yeah. So I don't feel like I could come up here and talk to everybody. And she goes, no, that's like when you do it. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm 2 weeks without the smoking, right? So we're sitting here. You asked me to do the episode. I'm like, all right, I gotta fucking do this,
let's just do it.
For sure. So I will do another episode where I get into my own personal thoughts of what happened in the last 2 months. But I appreciate you asking to come on here. Yeah. 'Cause I feel like we both got a lot off our chest today.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, it was kind of, I think that's the big reason why I kind of wanted to do it, because the last couple of months has been kind of rough for both of us.
For sure.
Like we kind of both had our own little setbacks on things, and we kind of both needed to air it out a little bit and get it out there. Because bottling it obviously is never the answer.
No, it's not. Yeah. Fuck no.
But also I can also get it when it's fresh. You need some time to process it and deal with it before you can go talk about it.
Right. So, it'd be different if I was just trying to heal from it. That's one thing, because not a lot of people are doing a podcast or a writer. Not a lot of people are influencers or trying to be, or like what I'm doing. Right. So it's one thing to like heal from something, like in your case, or like if Lisa's going through shit or other people, like it's one thing to just like get through something and heal. It's another thing to heal and do that and then find a way to articulate it and talk about it.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
For sure. But I didn't want to just keep putting out fucking like episodes and not talking about it. I didn't want to, like I said, it felt disingenuine, unauthentic. I'm like, I'm trying to be this thing and help people, and I can't even help my fucking self.
Right.
So I've been watching a lot of My Hero.
Yeah, I started watching Tokyo Ghoul.
There you go. All right, comfort shows.
Yeah, you got to get back to the roots.
You got
to get back to it.
So, like I said, we've had a rough couple months. Whenever I get off of a bad habit, and this was supposed to be the idea for the second book called The Hierarchy of Habits. It's like a replacement system for replacing your habits in order to get rid of the bad ones and start doing the good ones, right? Yeah. And sometimes you got to find like neutral ones that can be good and ones that you can control a little bit but might still be bad, And I'd say like binge watching TV or binge playing video games can be a negative thing. But they are my hobbies, right? And for the last 2 years, I haven't really binged anime. I've kept it in distance. I'll watch my episodes of my new shows, but it's been a while since I'll like 10, 15 episodes in a day. Yeah. It's been a while. Yeah. So, and to get off of these cigars and shit, instead of playing the video games, I'm like, I just got to watch something. So I started watching My Hero to just try and like pump me up in any way, shape, or form, you know. And it's definitely worked. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, no,
sure.
Sometimes you just need that little. You get the message. You watch a show to get the message. That you need to kind of spark that
something
motivation back. And and Tokyo Ghoul was the first anime that I watched that I think that I really kind of that I had a character, like there was a message to the show that I really relayed to my life, or it kind of. Yeah, there's multiple aspects of that show where I saw something in somebody where I'm like, oh, you know, I can relate to that, or
right.
okay, he's gone through similar to what I've gone through and things like that.
And resonates with you.
Yeah, it really resonated with me. So yeah, I needed that.
Yeah.
So I try to stay away from the video games, which I as you know, I don't really, I used to play video games, but it's been a long time. I don't really play video games like that anymore, but I was never really like crazy about it, or I was never really like
crazy into gaming.
Yeah. But yeah, the anime is definitely one of those things where I kind of can catch myself getting very caught up in it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's, once you know how to like put the brakes on it though, right?
Yeah.
Like we used to watch a lot,
and
it was like the free, and most of the time when we started, we were still like smoking and partying and stuff, but we loved binging anime, right?
Yeah,
and then as we like started changing our lives for the better, we still use the anime, like binging,
it's kind
to
of
fill the time, and
Yeah.
like we said, like, inspire us and shit like that.
Right.
And then once we had our really healthy routines down, we were able to like put the brakes on a little bit,
Yeah, you kind of sprinkle it in because, like you said, it breaks up the monotony of your day, and it just you kind of need something to kind of like take away from everything that's gone on in your day. You've had a tough day. You
the
need
mundane.
Yeah. So no, you kind of need that, but also at the same time, letting it not eat up your entire day, or like it just like take away from the habits you've built, and things like that. So
yeah, so it's nice to like watch that again. I haven't like rewatched My Hero all the way through like this. I
don't think I have either, now that I think about it.
So obviously we're current on it. There have been times where I rewatched the first season and saw some episodes here and there if Lisa was rewatching it. One time Sean and I rewatched the first season together. And so this is the first time I've watched the whole thing through.
Yeah, sat down and gone
through it again.
Yeah.
So I have 25 more episodes, and then I'm current.
Oh, so you're like almost, almost
I'm
done.
fucking there. So 113 episodes.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Like a little over, maybe 2 to 3, so 3 weeks. Okay. Yeah, 3 weeks, 110 episodes. I went in on it.
Yeah, you did go in on it.
Yeah, for sure.
The other one I really want to like sit down and go through again, which I don't know when they're going to start this show back up, but Black Clover, that's definitely one I want.
There's news that they're gonna,
and then
then it gets
whatever. Back
the manga's still coming out, so that's always a good sign.
Yeah.
Blue Exorcist is coming out.
Oh, I remember
another season.
That.
Yeah, Blue Exorcist is coming back out. Attack on Titan next month.
Oh my god! That one. That is my favorite anime of all time.
Attack on Titan.
Yeah, that's mine. But obviously I got to see how it finishes. But yeah, I'd say that's got to be my my. I think I've rewatched that 3 times.
Nice.
Like not until this point. I think that was like the first 3 seasons I've watched 3 times.
Yeah, a couple times.
Yeah.
Man, I can't tell you how many times I rewatched the first season.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so fucking
good.
So
good.
Yeah. So to get myself obviously like pumped up back into going to the gym or like working out and hooping again. So, it's nice to like watch these characters like overcome these trials and tribulations and struggles, especially like My Hero, because it's like these people are trying to be heroes,
right.
So it helps to like see them get shredded and like be like super strong, because I've been telling Lisa for like, we've been dating for almost 3 years now, and we're at breakfast and I'm like, God, I gotta get in shape, gotta get shredded. She goes, you've been saying this for like 3 years. I'm like, I know, I fucking want it.
I've been saying it for like at least 3 years.
I get really close,
and
then I don't know, something happens, like we were saying, like once you fall out of the routine, I don't know, you know.
It's just tough. Yeah. I got really, really strict for a while. But then I did kind of ease up a little bit, but I'd always have my cheat days. Like there was, because for all the time I was doing keto, I didn't have a single cheat day for like almost a year. And so, then I kind of started reintroducing. And so for the last 2 years, like, I would do I would still do my 5 days of like working out, but then that Saturday or Sunday, I'm like, I'm doing it. I'm eating, like, I'm gonna go to breakfast and I'm gonna order a pizza.
I want to slam.
Yeah, I'm slamming. And so I just always knew that by doing that, I was never gonna if I continue to do that, I'm never gonna have like a six pack. Like it's just not gonna happen. Which is fine. But
I don't really necessarily want a six pack. I just want to be like in better shape.
I just want to be leaner. Like that's
I want to be more muscular.
Yeah.
You know, and that comes with lifting, and I fucking hate lifting.
Yeah. And I love lifting, but for me it's the cardio. Yeah.
Right.
I'll go like shoot around and play basketball. Like I won't play like threes like you, but I'll go shoot around for 45 minutes or something like that. But like sitting on the treadmill or stair climber, like there's nothing more boring.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so boring.
Yeah, I mean, I could literally hoop for 6 days, 7 days a week. Like if I could hoop every single fucking day, like I'd just do that.
Yeah.
You know, but my body is not able to handle the hardwood floor like that. Like my knees just can't do that, you know. Yeah. So I have to find a way in order to make lifting fun. Not even fun, but just, you know, like a priority.
Yeah.
I don't know, you know. Like I said, I got to start taking care of my knee, which is like plyometrics and other type of just like training and that stuff, you know.
What about like calisthenics type of training? Like
that too.
Yeah, so like I know what you're saying. Like to get more muscular, it is like lifting is gonna be the big one to, you know, build muscle. But like even, you know, some type of like body weight exercises and things like that can build muscle, but it probably won't get you like very like stocky, like kind of like that, but you'll definitely get stronger by calisthenics and body weight training, stuff like that. Yeah,
and that's what I was doing a little bit with like the weighted vest and stuff.
Yeah.
So I introduced that, and I was just doing fucking mad push-ups all day. You know, I was doing mad push-ups, planks, and squats with that 12-pound weighted vest on.
Oh, dude, that's
and I was doing that for a month, and then like, you know, Lou passed away and like all hell broke loose and I just started smoking again. You know? So I still have the weighted vest. I got to get back into that, you know?
Yeah, I snagged a pull-up bar from my parents' house and I kept saying, I was like, I'm going to do pull-ups every day. Nah.
It's tough.
It's tough.
Yeah,
like
pull-ups are tough.
They really are. Like, I can only knock out like 5 at a time.
Okay.
I'm just like, but I try to, like, you know, I do like 5 and then like wait a couple of minutes and do 5 more. Yeah, but
it's tough.
Yeah, I respect it. I used to see kids I went to school with, they'd knock out like 20, 25, and I'm just like, you are out of your mind.
It's insane.
Like, I don't know how people can do that.
Yeah, me and Joe had a competition at the beach when we were camping. I think we both maxed out at like 15.
That's
yeah, and he's 10 pounds lighter than me too, and I'm like, but he has no arm strength.
No, he's got nothing. He's got no legs. Muscle. He's got no like muscle like size at all. Like he's about as lean gets. Like, I don't think
for being 6'1", that's about as lean as he can be.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Because he's what, like $150?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 6'1", 150. Yeah, that's
right.
I mean, I'm 5'9", 5'10", and I'm like 180, 175, 180. I got up to like 190, 195 like 3 weeks ago.
Fuck.
And that's when I was like, oh fuck. Like, that's when I was like, all right, I gotta get back. Yeah, that's when I was like, I gotta start
getting close again.
Yeah, dude. I was never like, I told myself I was never gonna see 200 pounds again ever.
No, that's a good goal though.
Yeah,
I mean,
like that's just unacceptable. Like that's unacceptable. That's just unacceptable. Like, yeah, because even seeing like when I first started seeing like 250, I was like, get the fuck out of here. Are you kidding me? 250
at 5'9", 5'10".
Yeah, 5'9", 5'10". Yeah,
250.
And that's not like a oh, you're yoked 250 or like a muscular 250. It's like, nah, bro, that's some like 37% body fat fuck type shit. Like that's dude. That's
not me.
That's not me.
I'm
man.
not gonna be that ever again.
Nah, dude. That was tough.
Yeah,
that was tough to see.
Yeah, I think I'm sitting at like 163 because I went to the doctor a few weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
I usually fluctuate between like 160 and 165 now.
Yeah, I usually am around 170. Like I'm usually around anywhere from like 175 to 185, but I try to get more. I want to get down to like 170.
I'd
That's
like
the
to
goal.
be 175.
Yeah.
I like 10 pounds of muscle, but
Yeah.
it just comes with like the eating.
Yeah.
And fucking hate loading up on food.
Man.
I hate overeating
Yeah.
and lifting.
I
Because
love
that's
it.
how you build muscle.
I love
right?
it.
Hate it.
I love that
Because I
stuff,
get
yeah.
tired though.
Yeah,
like
that's
the
the thing,
overeating
it's
part
true.
makes me tired. And the
Yeah.
problem is when I come home from work, or now if I have to get on another book, if I got to write, if I got to do the podcast, if I have other things to do outside of my full-time fucking job, I can't just
Gorge yourself.
gorge
yeah.
myself and like put on weight working out.
Right.
Because the only way through that is, in my opinion, to drink some like coffee or caffeine.
Yeah, for sure.
And like some people can comment on this like, no, it's all willpower. No, you gotta do willpower. It's all mental. You could do it. And I'm like, that's not fun though.
Right.
Life isn't like fun like that.
Yeah.
I don't want to be so robotic like that where it's like I have to force and push myself every aspect of the day, because then you get like burned out.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I implode and I'm like,
Yeah, there's nothing you look forward to. There's no excitement. You're just
I have to do this because I have to do this.
Yeah, because it's just
fuck
I have
that.
to do it. Yeah,
No.
and that's just such an easy thing to fall into.
Yeah,
I'm,
and that's no way to live though,
no,
too.
no, and I'm guilty of that.
Yeah, I mean, we've all been there, especially like with what we see on social media and stuff and influencers. Like, you got to work out, save your money, start businesses, overwork 60, 70 hours a week. You got to do it.
Otherwise, you're a lazy piece of shit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
It's like, fuck off.
Yeah,
Jesus.
bro. Yeah. Like that's
That's just
not
toxic.
how it is, dude, and that's not how everybody needs to live.
No, that's
Like-
not what life's about.
No.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And I think that's also helped in the last year of me relaxing and kind of realizing like there's no point in being successful if you don't enjoy your fucking life.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's true. No, if your primary motivator of everything that you do
Is success and
Is
like money or success and
status
status and shit like that. And,
like no, you're empty, dude.
right,
You're
that's what I'm
empty.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's
and if you don't think you're empty, you might find out in 10 to 20 years that you are in fact empty.
I hate when people genuinely say that that money is happiness or money will bring you happiness, and it's like people confuse money with like freedom and choices. That is not happiness.
Right.
Like money can make your life easier. And
yeah, and
like,
it can open doors and it can alleviate your anxiety about certain things.
right.
You know.
Yeah, but money does not truly bring purpose unless you're truly an empty person. Like if money was
Some big words, I'll stand by you on it though.
yeah. It's but let's look at it like this. Like if money actually did bring happiness, why would rich people kill themselves? You know what I mean? Like look at Robin Williams. Robin Williams, prime example.
Yeah.
One of the most famous comedians of all time, like revered, loved, like had everything that you could need, or like anything that like most people dream of, like more money than you'd ever want,
Right.
all the status, all the love. He was depressed for like most of his life.
Right. I mean, he
Like-
had a lot of like mental illness
Yeah.
problems, but he was also extremely fucking successful
Right.
at the same time.
Yeah.
And to the people that are like, well, you got all that money, you should just be happy then. It's like,
Right.
it doesn't fix everything.
He's right. Right. Like, and I'm sure in his mind, he probably thought that to himself, was like, oh, I'm not happy, and so I want to be successful, and this will make me happy. Like obviously I'm speculating, but I feel like that's
For sure.
a lot of what people think. There we go. Like if I
If I have all this money, then I'll be okay.
yeah, then I can
Yeah.
pay away my problems, or I
Right.
can figure it out through money,
But
and
they'll
it's just
always
like,
be there.
yeah. Like truly makes happy is having people in your life that you care about and love about,
Right.
and love, and
Yeah.
like that's what'll make you truly happy, and having a purpose.
Right. Yeah, having a purpose is big.
Yeah.
Even if it is to be with the people that you love, surround yourself with those people, or to have like a dream, chase it, hobbies, like just enjoying life.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if you're working 90 hours a week, like, I'm sorry, even if you're even 90 hours a week doing something you enjoy,
it's a lot.
That's a lot. Yeah. That's going to take it. That's also going to take its toll on
too,
you for sure.
But I mean, it's just all subjective at that. Or I mean, if those people want to work like that, you know, like then, after like trying to get into like the music industry and stuff, like there's some people that genuinely love producing music, making music and shit like that. Like there are producers out there that'll spend like 80 hours a week like making beats.
Right.
Like if they're making beats, they're happy.
Yeah.
They sleep and they wake up and make beats. And you know, that's fucking what they do, you know?
Right.
They're not even in it for the money. They just literally enjoy making beats, or Eminem enjoyed writing raps, you know?
Right. Right.
But those people found joy in their hobby, right? Now working the 80 or 90 hours a week just for fucking money, and I'm like, nah, that's a little different. Yeah, you know, because your battery's gonna run dry after that. You know,
yeah, for sure. No, that's not sustainable. No, that isn't sustainable.
No,
yeah. But if you ask anybody who does work like that, even doing something they enjoy, you're gonna ask them what truly makes them happy. That's always, I feel like most people will always turn to like my wife, my children, like, you know, my family, this and that.
Right.
I feel like they're not going to say like, oh, it's my job, my beats, my whatever, like whatever it is. I feel like, so they're always going to ask, when you ask somebody what they're proud of, I feel like they'll turn to their family more than how much money they make, or
for sure,
like the status of their job or whatever. Like when you're let's say the whole, you know, like on your deathbed and like nobody talks about how much money you made or what you did for a living. You're surrounded by your family.
For sure.
So
in those moments,
Yeah. So, yeah. And this is obviously not to say don't go try to make money. That's not what this talk is.
And don't like chase your dreams.
And don't chase your dreams.
But I think there needs to be a healthy balance of appreciating the people in your life and also appreciating your own like drive and ambition,
for sure.
You know, just a balance for everything.
Yeah, because it's obviously making money does give you a lot of freedom and choices, and things like that, and opportunities.
Like that. Yeah, we're not gonna not say that.
Right. Yeah, but it just can't be your primary motivator. And because
I've been there.
I've also been there, and I feel like
fucking burned out.
Yeah, and that's and I feel like that's kind of the mindset I've been in for the last few years. Like everything that I've done, I kind of always set a goal for myself. It's like, I'm going to do whatever I can to, you know, make six figures by the time I turn 30. And now I'm kind of like a few years into it, I'm kind of just like, why? Like, that's a great goal and all, but like outside, like there's other things to, you know, strive for.
Right.
So it's just like, that was my one primary thing, and I kind of I felt like I sacrificed a lot of things in the last few years. To have
that goal.
Yeah. And so
but now you're asking yourself, you're reflecting on it. You're like, damn, is that what I really want?
Right. Is that truly going to bring me purpose?
Or
like,
joy
or
anything.
Or anything.
Yeah.
So, like, is that truly going to get me to where I feel like I need to be?
Right. And I think those reflective moments happen after the burnout.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
I've been there too, you know, and I think we're having like this conversation obviously because of it.
Right.
So.
Right. Yeah. And that's where the kind of couple of months has kind of been tough for me, because that's been a big thing on my mind is, this job, I know like the next steps from this job can get me to that goal. But now I'm saying like, is that even the goal that I want?
Right.
And so, it's been a very trying couple of months mentally and emotionally. And
I feel that.
Yeah. So that's just, so that's why I needed to kind of get this out.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Yeah. And I had some shit I had to get off my chest as well. I think we did a good job.
No, I like this. No, this was a good one.
Good episode. Yeah. Do you have anything else you want to touch on? No.
No, for this one, no. I think I've kind of said everything I needed to say. But yeah, I don't know. We kind of talk about another one. I know you were talking earlier about the emotional, talking about the societal aspect of like
being a man.
Being a man. That would kind of be one I'd like to be a part of as well, because I think we're kind of both very similar in that regard. So I feel like we can kind of touch on that for a while.
Yeah,
so
we can do that.
Yeah.
We'll plan it, and then we'll hit that one up next time for sure.
For sure. Yeah.
yeah, I think we did a really good job. This time is the first episode back in a few months. Appreciate you coming out.
Anytime, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. First episode that we actually record here in the new studio other than the video calls. So follow my pages. I don't know. Fucking watch the video. Listen. I don't give a fuck what you do, honestly.
Just anything, man.
Yeah, I mean, support the show if you want. I don't know. Tell your friends. I don't give a fuck. Just live a good life. I don't know. Take some of the shit we've been talking about.
Yeah, I was going to say, hopefully we got something out of what we were talking about. That's
for sure.
Whatever it is.
Right. That was the purpose. So, appreciate everybody coming out. Stay up and feel free.